Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with the one and only Tyson Fury. Tyson, it's good to see you.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic, still alive. So far, so good, can't complain.
You say still alive. I was just speaking with your father about this plane incident. He got really terrified flying over here to Glasgow.
He did, yeah. We had a little bit of an incident on the plane. We had a private jet from London to Glasgow and it was blowing all over the place, but we got here in one piece and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
The show will continue.
Right. Well, you're here. You just met some of your fans out there. You're concluding the tour that you had, the homecoming tour.
Yep.
I know that you really enjoy doing all of this, but how do you sort of maintain, because I was telling everybody, I'm like, you're like the greatest showman. You really are. You're always on. Like even now, you just got done. I asked you, can we do an interview? You're like, let's do it. Like, you're always on. How do you manage that?
I don't know. I must be crazy, I think. Really crazy, because I'm always happy and jolly and whatever, but I have got bipolar disorder, so 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down, so probably I'll be down tomorrow after the tour, because after a very big high, there'll always be a bigger low, so we'll see.
Tomorrow you're heading out, aren't you?
Tomorrow I'm heading out, yeah, and going to have a little bit of a break and then return and resume training.
Well, the WBC officially ordered Dillian Whyte as your mandatory. We weren't quite sure.
How many days has he been my mandatory?
Well, not yours.
One.
Yeah, not yours.
One.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So welcome to the big GK world.
Right. I'm like, he's not been your mandatory. He's just been the WBC mandatory
That's
for.
not my problem.
Yeah. Well, here we are. He's finally getting his shot, but this time it's against you. Everyone was anticipating it being against Wilder, but here we are. What do you make of Dillian?
I know Dylan a long time. We go back a long way. He's improved a lot over the last few years, but the outcome will always be the same. I'll knock him out. If that fight happens, then I'll knock him out.
When do you anticipate that the fight could happen then?
I have no idea.
Because you want to be out right like February, March.
I do, but you're going to have to speak to Frank Warren or Bob Arum about that sort of thing, because I don't get involved in dates and stuff. I just get the date whenever it says I train for that fight, and then that's what I do, turn up.
So it's being rumored at this point that it could possibly be like a homecoming fight, like an actual home fight for you. Manchester, it could be in Wales. What is it like now knowing that you're going to have a home fight as opposed to constantly fighting away?
I love fighting in Vegas. I'm an adopted Vegas person. Las Vegas T is what they call me, even rhymes. Yeah, I love fighting in Las Vegas, but if it's going to be in England, then fantastic. And if it's not, then not much I can do about it, because you got the promoters who are going to put the fight on wherever it's going to be, and we'll find out, you know. I'm not really reading into it too much before Christmas, because obviously I've got a family and kids and that, and I want to enjoy that before I go back to work officially.
Right. But so when you go back to visit, that's not going to be training. It's going to be just a holiday?
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll resume training when?
I know I'll start training camp in the new year sometimes.
Okay.
If I'm boxing in March sometime, I'll probably start at the beginning of February. Because I don't really need that long. I only need 6 weeks of training. Any more than that's a waste.
So explain this to me, because from my understanding, there's always the unification fights always trump the mandatories, correct? Is there still a chance that you would want to pursue the possibility of fighting against Usyk if Joshua takes step-aside money, or are you just going to, at this point, solely focus on Dillian?
I'm not focused on any of them.
Okay.
I told you that 2 seconds ago. I'm not interested in what they do. They're all a pack of bums, as far as I'm concerned, and they can all fight it out between them, whatever they're going to do. I'm not really interested, and like I say, the promoters will make the fights happen, and I'll just turn up, collect a paycheck, and knock a motherfucker out, like I always do.
Okay.
No biggie. Another day in the office for me. I don't care if it's Dillian Whyte, Usyk, or Joshua, or Wilder again. Whoever it's going to be next, the outcome's going to be the same for me. In my mind, the outcome will be the same.
Post-fight, I didn't get to ask you this because obviously I was there. I wasn't watching it on TV, but I didn't get to see what was said between you and Deontay when you approached him, in the corner, and you were giving him his respect. What was your reaction to how he responded to that?
The fellow had just been knocked out, so it was probably a bad time for me to go over and try and chat to him. He was a bit delirious, didn't know what he was saying or doing, so it was probably a mistake, like I said. But I can't remember what he said, to be honest. I've not looked at it back again, and I don't remember
Something
what I
about
said.
not respecting you. I don't respect you.
Whatever. The man was in the heat of the moment, just lost a fight by an epic knockout, and he had other things on his mind. So
He ultimately
I don't hold any bad feelings towards
Yeah.
the fella. Man's a good fighting man, and he done his self and his team and his country proud. He should be proud of his trilogy fight.
Right.
He was involved in one of the best trilogies that's been in the last 100 years, so respect to him.
Right. I was going to say, but when he gave his statement, ultimately, I don't know roughly how many days after, he eventually did give you, your respect.
I don't really care about all that sort of stuff. Respect, whatever. These fighters are there to do a job, to try and beat me, and nothing more, nothing less. We're not going to ever be best friends. So it's really unimportant if they respect me or they don't.
Tomorrow, you were initially supposed to be going to Tampa because of Tommy's fight. Unfortunately, like your father was just saying, like someone had punched him in the ribs, bare knuckle, and broke his rib. Ultimately,
do you know what? Things happen in life, and you got to get over it. Shit happens. When you are sick because you lost a fight, big deal. Get over it. Man up. There's plenty of fights out there, and if a fight was supposed to happen, it'll happen again. It is what it is. It's a boxing fight. There's been plenty. I've lost big fights and bigger paydays. I lost a fight the other day when I got COVID 10 days before the fight. Couldn't do it. I've had many, many, many fights pull out in the past, and it is what it is. Not really bothered.
Jake Paul's had a lot to say.
Jake Paul could go suck a dick for all I care. Next. Pussy. Go on, what's next? I don't want to know. I'm not interested.
No, he was saying with Tom.
There are two shithouse pussies, and they could never live in my world because they're fucking bitches at the end of the day, and that's it. And if you don't like the language, get fucked.
Well, I was gonna say he
Not
initially.
for kids.
I was gonna say that he said that at this point he doesn't think he wants to give Tommy another shot. He doesn't think that it's worth giving. Rescheduling the fight. What do you make of that?
I don't make anything of it. Let them do what they got to do. No interest.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, anything else you want to say?
Nope. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You heard it here first.
All right. Thanks so much, Tice. Bye, fight fans. Hey, fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video. Hey, fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video. Hey, fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video. Hey, fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video.